might officially now be the last person on YouTube to do this tag. I've been meaning to do it forever. Thank you to those of you that tagged me along the way when this tag originated. It's been on my list to film for a while, so I'm finally getting to it today. I made my list in my bullet journal. I think I might still do a bullet journal video. That's also on my list to do. So yes, I made my list when I was at work yesterday, pulled all the products, which actually are going to make a very nice Instagram post as well, all laid out on this tray here in front of me. This tag was originated by Jaclyn Hill. I remember watching hers and I thought it was a great idea, and it's circulated widely on YouTube. For anyone that's new to my channel, I do predominantly veer towards the eco, green, clean, non-toxic formulation side of beauty products in general, but I'm not a purist. My approach is sort of 80-20. I'm kind of a beauty product, luxury beauty product lover first. I do care about ingredients, but sometimes I'm willing to make some exceptions if a formula is really, really good, or a color is really, really good, or things like that. I'm sure a lot of you can relate to that kind of toggle, I guess, between ingredients and performance, or these other aspects of a product that we might really like. Let's just get straight into the tag. So there's really only like 1 or 2 categories in this whole list that were challenges for me. Everything else is honestly really pretty straightforward. I do kind of have options for some of the categories, so I'm kind of cheating, but you'll get a feel for my sort of ride or die, can't live without, top of the heap products. First category is primer. Total no-brainer. It's the Vapor Stratus Instant Skin Perfector in 902. I've been using this for years. It's been in at least 2 previous annual favorites videos. I do also like the soft focus formulation, but this one still takes the cake for me as my ride or die pick. So for the foundation category, as much as I've always wanted to play with the big girls and be a full coverage foundation wearer, I have never been able to pull off a full coverage foundation. Trust me, I have tried. Everything looks bad on my skin. It highlights texture that I don't even think I have. It looks cakey. I've never found a formula that looks like skin on me. So I have adhered to the technique of using a tinted moisturizer and concealer, or sort of spot coverage where I need it. I have a ride or die combination that mimics a foundation for me, and that would be the Suntegrity 5-in-1 Natural Moisturizing Face Sunscreen in the shade Light, and the RMS Uncover Up in shade 11. I don't use this under my eyes, but for just face foundation, my favorite thing is a layer of Suntegrity and then RMS around my nose and chin, and like sometimes to cancel out color in my cheeks. Okay, concealer is one of the categories that was difficult. I mean, not really difficult, I just don't have a ride or die concealer. I guess I would have said maybe the Studio 78, but I'm having a really hard time finding a concealer that ticks off every box for me. I'm on a quest, similar to my quest for trying to find a pair of black booties, like low-heeled flat black booties that I don't despise. You have no idea how hard that has been for me. I finally did order a pair, so we're gonna see if I like them, but anyway, tangent. Concealer. I actually pulled the 3 that I'm alternating between right now to show you, but none of them are ride or die. So the Tarte CC Corrector, I mean, I like it. It's a little bit too heavy and moisturizing. I want something that's in like a doe foot or a click pen. The doe foot product I have is the Trish McEvoy Instant Eye Lift. It's okay. It's too pink though. I think I prefer yellow under the eyes. Yeah, it's nice, but it's not perfect. And then I'm also trying out the Well People BioCorrect Light. The more I use this, the more I do like it. But I prefer it more for on the face, honestly, than under the eyes. It's not my favorite for under the eyes, but I'm kind of trying to get it to work under the eyes. But again, not ride or die material. I actually went and got color matched for several Chantecaille concealers at Bloomingdale's the other weekend, and I didn't really like those formulas. They were a little bit too like makeup-y. I don't really know what to do. So if you have any recommendations for a ride or die concealer for me to check out, let me know. Like I'm saying, I prefer it to be in a pen, or maybe I just need a highlighter pen. What about the Charlotte Tilbury Retoucher? Maybe that? Not eco, obviously, but yeah, I don't really know what to do. So that's an open category for me. Okay, then there are two different categories for powders. A face powder and an under eye setting powder. I don't really differentiate, I guess. I'm not a big powder wearer, but I guess if I had to pick one, it would be Hourglass Dim Light. So this shade. The other two are, sometimes I'll mix them all together, but really the one I like is this one for both setting under the eyes and on the face. If I had to pick like a truly eco one, it might be the Antonym pressed powder. This is also more like a powder foundation, I guess, but I use it as a setting powder in the shade Light. I do really like this. And then another runner up, I'm like totally like maybe not even adhering to the point of this tag, but the RMS translucent setting powder I really, really like for under the eyes, not for on the face as much. Yeah, so maybe face powder would be one of these and under eye would be the RMS, but I kind of use them all interchangeably, under eyes and face, depending on season and my skin and everything. Blush, bronzer, highlight. It's funny because I guess I just have a lot of products that are sort of like multi-purpose. So okay, my ride or die, if I had to sweep that category and do blush, bronzer, highlight all in one, which is possible, it would be the RMS Bariti bronzer. This can function as all three of those for me. So Team Minimal all the way, RMS Bariti bronzer. If I were to split up the categories, my ride or die blush would be RMS Diabolique. This is just like a ride or die product, like a total capsule makeup product for me. Just perfection in a pot. One of my favorite makeup items like of all time. Then favorite bronzer would be the Studio 78 in We Evade, which is the dark 02, the darker shade. And then favorite highlight, I don't know what it is about this one. I have so many, but it's the Well People Bio Brightener Stick in Moonstone. I love the effect that it gives to my skin. It's just my favorite cream highlight. It's my favorite highlight, period. It just happens to be a cream. I find that creams look more natural on my skin. I do have the Charlotte Tilbury powdered highlight and the Becca powdered highlight in Opal. I like those. They're just a little bit more, like, for lack of a better word, artificial looking, and they're kind of more, I guess if I'm doing like glam going out makeup. Moving right along to mascara, this was quite easy. It would be Too Faced Better Than Sex. I'm actually getting ready to, this was a Sephora 100-point perk and I'm getting ready to start using this. It's just the best mascara I've found on me. However, I am starting a petition that beauty bloggers should not review or recommend mascaras because it's one of the most polarizing makeup items, I feel like. I feel like we can tend to be in consensus with things like lipstick and I don't know, maybe not eyeshadow, but for some reason mascara is so polarizing. So this really works on me. As far as an eco formula, the Lily Lolo is probably my favorite one I've ever tried. I have in the past also really liked the Tarte Lights Camera Lashes, but I haven't repurchased it in a long time. So my pick would be Too Faced Better Than Sex. Okay, now we come to the most difficult category of this whole video and list for me. And I have options and I know I'm cheating, but please don't put this anxiety on me to just pick one, and it's the lipstick category. Lipstick is my favorite beauty product item. I have a very minimal makeup collection, but my lipstick collection is stupid. There's just something about lip products that do it for me. So let me just walk you through my thought process as I was like thinking about what to put for this category. So my first thought was what's on my lips, and it's the NARS Velvet Matte, I think they're called, Velvet Matte Lip Pencil in the shade Cruella. I love this product so much, but it's not technically a lipstick, is it? Then I was like, well, if I were to go for an eco bold, it might be the Mahalo Red My Lips tint because I love this product and it's basically like a lipstick, just not in a bullet. But again, it's not like a lipstick the way you would think of a traditional lipstick. And then I was like, okay, if I were to not go bold, what would be my favorite ride or die lipstick? And it might be, for a neutral, the Bite Buttercream in Pecan, but this is discontinued. So I can't really, I feel like I can't really say that this is my ride or die because then no one can get it. So then I settled on, and I mean, it's kind of hard to call it a ride or die because it's, of all those, the product that's been in my life the least amount of time, but I've been so impressed with the formula. Bonus, it's eco, and the color has just made me so happy, and it's the Kosas lipstick. I have it in the shade Dark Room. I mean, I can't really call it, maybe the formula would be ride or die. The color is just so season specific, like I wouldn't wear this color in the summer probably, but as a fall winter eco lipstick, this is pretty close to being ride or die. So do you see my thought process behind this? It's like I don't, I guess, really have one ride or die lipstick, but that's kind of a glimpse into how I think about these things. The next two categories were easy because I don't have a broad product experience in these categories. Liquid lipstick for me would be the Aromi liquid lipsticks. These are pretty clean formulations. They do have like dimethicone and some synthetic dyes in them, but I really like them. I haven't tried, I think maybe I've tried like the Hourglass liquid lipstick a couple years ago, but I've never tried any of the like popular brands of liquid lipstick, and I don't intend to. Oh, I did go through a moment with the Bourjois Rouge Edition Velvets several years ago, and I hated the formula and what it did to my lips, and I've had very, very good success with the Aromi liquid lipsticks. They don't destroy my lips, the colors are nice, they're very long wearing. I have Electric Orchid and Power Red, and I love them. Then for lip gloss, I kind of hate lip gloss. I think that it's very young for the most part. I guess it's not even that it's young, it's just not a look that I like. I really love matte lips, but I do really enjoy the Modern Minerals lip gloss formula. I consider this, I mean, they are glosses, but they're not like glossy. They're not like Lancome Juicy Tubes glossy. They're more kind of like tinted lip conditioner with a little bit of shine glossy. I really like them. I think she does a great product here. They're eco. My two favorite shades are Podporashka and Garnet. You can tell this is a Jaclyn Hill tag because she said favorite lashes. The last time I wore false lashes was at my sister's wedding over the summer, and before that, I used to do them very regularly when I was like going out and like clubbing and raving a little bit more. I don't really live that lifestyle anymore, so it's, I don't know, I'm just I don't know, girls, I guess we're just kind of like getting a little bit older, like different priorities. But I do really like the Eyelure texture lashes, number 117. You can get these at Ulta, and they're a really nice light feathery lash. The band is very, very thin, and they're very similar to like the Ardell Wispies, which is like a cult favorite lash. Eyeshadow palette. I'm not a big eyeshadow wearer. I don't own very much eyeshadow. The ride or die eyeshadow palette of my dreams that I don't own is the Viseart Neutral Matte palette. I've never even tried it, and it's kind of like what I envision my ride or die palette to be, but since I don't have it, I pulled my Lorac Pro palette. This is kind of the only eyeshadow palette I actually have. I have like a Z palette of some single shadows from like MAC and Jane Iredale, but if I had to pick one, it would be this, just because it's super versatile with mattes and shimmers. You can do like any look with it. Not that I don't even know if I remember how to do like eyeshadow looks. I'm out of practice. Setting spray. Again, I kind of have two. They're not dedicated setting sprays. They're sort of face mists, but they're face mists that I think are amenable to being used as a setting spray because of the level of mist and the formula itself. So Josie Maran Nirvana Mist, I think, functions as a really nice setting spray. The mist is really, really fine, and it doesn't disrupt makeup. It's not really like, I've never used a setting spray, I guess, like a real setting spray like the Urban Decay All Nighter Chill. I hate Urban Decay as a brand. They don't do it for me at all. Yeah, I consider a setting spray to be something that like will take away any sort of like powdery look if I've powdered at all, and just kind of refresh. So this does that for me. And then I think the Josh Rosebrook Hydrating Accelerator is also a really nice setting spray from a more eco perspective. So I consider those to be very comparable. Okay, then the last thing on Jacqueline's list, I actually added 2 little categories. I like totally went rogue and rebellious, but I'll get to that in a minute. Favorite perfume, for me it would be the Eccentric Molecule 01. I know it's not eco. For eco, it would probably be a tie between Infiore Patchouli Royale and Vermont Perfumery Eros. But for, if I had to just pick one, it would be this. It's one of those sort of unisex, one note, smells different on everyone, like sexy and chic and mysterious, and like you can't put your finger on it. Yeah. Okay, then I added 2 categories because I felt that there was like a bit of a gap, and these 2 products immediately sprung to mind as like ride or die items for me, so like why not? So I added makeup brush and nail polish as categories. So my ride or die makeup brush would be the Wayne Goss 02. I love this brush. I can't obsess about it like anymore. I think it's such a nice multi-purpose. I use it to set under the eyes and like powder, but it would be a perfect highlighter brush. You could contour with it. It's just stunning, and it's so soft, beautifully constructed. Love. And then my ride or die nail polish is actually coincidentally what's on my nails. It is Deborah Lippmann Single Ladies. It's really, I mean, I love this formula and everything, but it's really the color. I used to be a Revlon Vixen nail polish wearer in high school and college, and so this sort of burgundy oxblood has been my signature color for like basically since I started wearing nail polish, so I had to include it. This video just made me really, really happy to do. I don't know why. I guess it's just I'm talking about all my favorite stuff. Probably not a lot of surprises in here if you have been watching me for any length of time, but yeah, these are my favorites. There's no one to tag because I feel like I'm literally the last person to do this tag, but if you are a YouTube content producer and you haven't done this, you should do it because it's really, really fun to do. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, I guess. I think I've deduced from other YouTubers, the more likes your video gets, the more it pops up in a search algorithm. So if people just go onto YouTube and search like ride or die, the videos that have the most likes pop up first. I think that that's how it works. Because I always hear YouTubers being like, it really helps me out if you like the video. I always just think it's like, it lets me know that you like the content that I'm producing. Yeah, but so if you want to like this video, I would appreciate it, I guess. Let me know some of your ride or die items if you have concealer suggestions for me, or I'm particularly curious what people's ride or die lipstick would be because that's such a difficult category for me, but I always love chatting with you guys in the comments. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video soon. Bye.